All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wild card matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And again this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Crunch.
Again, the first man through, Gillespie, the fullback. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here's Watson. Completes this to Waring. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ito Smith, his first carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. and that way you often control the game.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's put him on the buses.
Out of the gun, Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. J.J. Watt with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the first carry for Bush. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 31, Allen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Allen. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Bush, and he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, they stick with Bush. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down and 4, Allen nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt it.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 13 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his man. That's Wallace. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Take it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen escaping the pressure right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield to try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Allen. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On first down, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Open man is Ross, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bush. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man open. It's Ross. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. It doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Going long here for Wallace. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Allen now looks to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Check four.
They'll run it with Bush. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D.
Tighten up, tighten up. Time 61. Matchbox lights.
Check hot.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the flag. Hey, 59. Watch the flag. Mike, pop. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. All day. Line him up.
Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Set. 19. Choose the mic. Come off the ball. 26. Line him up.
Here's Watson on 3rd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And the ball is knocked out. And the Bengals grab it. But he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 24. Hey, switch gears.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
19. 25. 24. Hey, 4 down.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson got an open man. It's QT. 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. 75 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9, from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alert, alert, alert.
Allen off the play fake. He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Check.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Allen now on 1st down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
They're not ready for this. They still playing ball.
Again, it's Smith. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's able to find Wallace. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three. Check 24. Come on, switch it. Check that. And go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
19. 59. I got it. 52's the mark, boy. 52.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Watson now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the... And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To the air, Allen. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This is Bush. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 35 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air. Watson on second down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. A pickup of 11 at a Texans first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Watson on the move to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Watson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field.
Ready.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hard. Check safety. You look at me. You're
Now they try the right side here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
Check for it. 52. Jam. Hey, watch it.
They'll run on first down. Bush. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There's a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Choose the mic. Hey, here we go.
Get it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check mark